YouTube family. It is Nanette Flynn with Take 5 with Nanette again, here to give you some nuggets, something to possibly think about, and something that could potentially change your perspective and cause you to think for a change. So on Take 5 with Nanette today, we are going to talk about something that I think everybody wrestles with. But does it have to do with our perspective? Does it have to do with the way we look at things? Yes. But something that we cannot control is we cannot control other people's actions. So things are going to happen that are going to, we're not going to like, that are not going to be the way we want them to be. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. And it is something called, guess what? What do you think this is? It's offense. So today we're talking about offense. Because when we take offense, whether it is has to do with ourselves or whether it has to do with someone else, we have a real problem with even taking offense for someone else. But the interesting thing is when we take offense, this is actually what happens. It creates a barrier. It creates barriers in our ability to relate to people, whether it's the person involved or whether it is other people that that are involved that we've taken offense for. One of the things that I think is the most interesting thing about taking offense and not, or we could just even call it unforgiveness. It's a little bit different. But when we are not willing to let something go, we are taking offense with it. And so we're going to talk about rubber band. The rubber band principle when it comes to offense and forgiveness. And so here's the thing about the rubber band principle, which we're just going to go ahead and stick the rubber band principle on offense here. But not forgiving someone or taking an offense is kind of like, I just want you to imagine putting yourself in the rubber band here, and then here is the situation or the person that's involved. Well, we can try to move past that situation and move on, but at any point, something could plink that and cause us to go snapping back to that. When we forgive and we don't allow ourselves to take offense or to build offense, it's like we're cutting the rubber band. That's why I think that other sword that we talked about in the very first Take 5 with Nanette, if you haven't had an opportunity to go back and listen to the Take 5 that has to do with the two swords, those two swords that I got in a dream from the Lord for the Destined to Win logo are gratefulness and forgiveness. When we forgive, that forgiveness is an offensive. Now, we're not taking offense. It is an offensive weapon. And we are cutting that rubber band. Why? So that literally that situation and that person doesn't have any hold on you anymore. That's why it's offensive. So today we're going to focus on tearing down those fences that we've built through offense, forgiving, and cutting that rubber band so we can move forward and that situation or that person doesn't have any control over us, our life, our growth, and our meeting our potential and being all that we were created to be. So have a great day. Chew on that for a while, and don't forget to subscribe.